Hey, small group leaders. I am so excited to share with you that we had over 106 baptisms in September, which is just amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God is at work in just a miraculous way right now.
Yeah, and one of my favorite stories from that weekend was about an engaged couple that came forward to be baptized. And here's the cool thing about it. You know, our service here at the box went over like 20, 25 minutes. And they left kind of at the normal time and were driving away. And she turns and she says to her fiance and to her mom who was in the car, I really wish I would have done that. I wish I would have gotten baptized. And they both looked at her and said, oh, well, we still can. Let's go back. And so they did. They turned around, came back into the parking lot, back into the same exact parking spot, walked in the lobby, found the team, and next thing we know, we're baptizing them in the pool. And here's the cool thing. I actually married them the next weekend. And,
Wow.
And I love that.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I love that story because it is the Spirit of God that breaks through into our lives and invites us and challenges us to turn our lives around and follow after Jesus.
Yeah. You know, I think we've all been sensing that there's just God at work. And I know with the idea of being an apprentice of Jesus and how we're reorienting our lives around Him is something that I feel like we're just taking a posture to that right now.
Yeah.
And so this fall in October, we're going to be doing something called Breakthrough, which is a commitment of 3 years of just orienting our lives, focusing our lives, and really intentionally living as apprentices of Jesus. And a piece of that is also generosity. And this generosity piece is not just asking us to just give in our normal routine, but to really look at what can we do above and beyond what our normal giving is, as we sense that God wants to do something in us and just do something amazing to break through.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think to me, I'm personally excited about this because as you said, I think our church is more open to the leading of the Spirit right now, and people are responding to the idea of being an apprentice of Jesus. And I think if we can pray together as a church and really seek after God, then I think we'll see some great things happen. And so what we're asking you to do as a leader is to hold a prayer meeting in your small group the week of October 20th through the 26th. And I think if we can do that together as leaders, as a whole church, I think we will see God break through in a major way in the next few years.
Yeah, and in that prayer meeting, we're not asking you to talk about what commitments each person is going to make. We're not asking you to talk about whether or not people in your group tithe or even what your personal commitment is. That's not what this prayer night is going to be about.
Yeah, we really want it just to be centered around prayer and being open to the Spirit. And so we've put together 3 resources that I think will help make this night a success for everybody. The first resource is the Big Idea Discussion Guide. We're putting the finishing touches on that, but that should be up sometime this week. And so that's going to be up well in advance of the night so you can look at it and prepare for it. There's also a video of John and Dave, and they're going to be articulating the vision for Breakthrough. And so you can see that and play that that evening. And it'll kind of go into some of the details. So that should be a good resource as well. Finally, there's a card that has 2 sides on it that you'll be able to get at your location. One side is going to have some of the material for leading the prayer time, which will also be duplicated in the discussion guide. But there's also some questions on the back side around some of the monetary parts of Breakthrough in case people have some questions about that. But I believe if really as a church, if we come together, we're open to the Spirit, and we're praying for breakthrough in our lives and in our church, then I think we'll be telling more stories like the one I told earlier about my friends that we baptized.
Yeah, I hope so. So thank you for having a prayer night the week of October 20th through the 26th. I'm super excited that our whole church is going to be doing this together and that you as leaders are going to be leading a night of prayer. So thank you, and just thank you also for helping people find their way back to God. We love you, leaders. See ya.
See ya.